Over here at the Railroad Museum on Galveston Island, you have the replica of a Union Pacific engine, number 7005. Here's the driver's cockpit. Looks like it's probably like an older car chassis, or maybe like an older Jeep chassis or something like that. Here's a look at the engine. It's a 4-cylinder engine. Put it down gently. Get your battery area. Different switches. And here's the passenger side of it. That'd be nice to see get restored. Coming up over here, we have looks like the train whistles, different types. Appears maybe at one point in time this used to be a functioning display. Unfortunately, it's not working right now. And we have a bell from Manelli's West. Manelli's is the manufacturer of the bell. And then over here we got those two-man things that they use to ride the tracks for doing track maintenance, I'm guessing. I can't think of the name of it for the life of me. Nevertheless, they have one here that looks freshly restored. And here they have a display here for a steam engine. I think it's a steam engine. You have your cooling water, air intake. And here is a pretty interesting, the light so you can see it better. They show the size of the piston and the connecting rod, and chained to it is a connecting rod and piston for a 350 Chevy V8. I take that back. This is a diesel engine. I'm sorry. As we come over here, we have more. This is a steam setup, and it doesn't appear to be working. This would be the steam setup. You know, the way the light is pretty bad with the glare. I'm sorry about that. I'm doing the best I can here. Maybe my body can block the glare. And over here we have another, looks like another engine replica that you can drive on the road. Another Union Pacific. Look how small the seats are. It's almost like this might have been an amusement park ride or something, as small as these seats are. I never be able to get in those seats. Oh my. Here would be the back of it. Again, that would be something that they'd drive on the road as part of a display. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's very, very impressive. This looks like some kind of a rotating assembly for an engine. And then we have this old dude right here. And they have stairs that you can actually climb on inside of it. This would be a steam tractor. Yeah, your coal down there. And then over here, you actually, looks like you get inside the railroad cars here. CT&C. Not sure. It's a railroad display car they have here. They even have the railroad song. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, riding through the woodlands to the hill and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of engines, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungles of the Wabash Cannonball. I love the lantern. You can see some of the products they had at the time. There's a logbook. See the old radio, the fan. Here's a picture of the Texas Pacific 715. Nice wall decoration. It's like tools of the trade for the American Locomotive Company, Brooks Works, from 1920. All kinds of oil cans, you got insulators. railroad history here for Texas. The first railroad to be chartered by the new Republic of Texas is the Houston and Brazos Valley Railway. The first operating railroad system is still 2 decades away, in 1830. And then the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad locomotive Tom Thumb pulls first American passenger train. That was the design of it. Stagecoaches knit Galveston into the Trans-Texas Overland Communication routes. And here is a display. I'll pan it slowly left to right and then top to bottom. Go back a little bit. And here's a sample of the rails. And it looks like we got a little connector there. Some more illustrations. In the 1850s. Pullman sleeping car. Lamps and lanterns and other stuff that was utilized at the time. Now toward 1860. I'd like to have to haul that tripod around to film, huh? Yeah, it says here for USA for 1860, the golden spike driven at Promontory, Utah, marks the final link in the American Transcontinental Railroad system. Some more photographs. And the upper picture was the Victorian Union Station in Galveston's first passenger depot, and the bottom picture here is the violence that took place. The bloodshed of the National Railway strike opens the door for the organization of rail-related labor unions in the United States. Here's some more tools of the trade. Moving on to 1880. This is one that I know is a narrow gauge locomotive of the Galveston Western Railway. The Little Susie, it's called. Equipment used to communicate with the rest of the world while traveling high speeds on distant rails. Train orders were, looks like, transmitted by telegraph. And here's a Morse code alphabet. for us model train aficionados. Plus we have an engine's light, I guess it is. Maybe a light for a caboose and another lantern.
Okay. Oh, ¿me lo ponen el ticket?
Dice 3,
This is how they would stamp your tickets when you were please date, stamp and punch your ticket to ride the all new steel passenger cars. Here's a map. Where that dot is about where we're at right now. 1910 to Galveston, Houston. Interbian provides a high-speed passenger link to the mainland via the new combination rail and auto causeway, and the federal government takes over management of the railroads during World War I. Some of the artifacts they have. That's the Santa Fe office building that was built in 1930. And here's some more artifacts. Looks like a little phone. And something else. Some more artifacts there. They don't have a listing of this. Obviously is a scale. Mailbag. They use discs of different weights to determine the weight of the bags.
Check this out. Honduran mahogany, plush carpet, of course, it's got stereo and a lot more.
Shiny new diesel switchers, modernized the post-war Galveston wires, terminal railroad. Bells have been tolled for the era of steam locomotion.
Wait, what?
If you don't want to buy one, you could charter one for about $1,000 a day, give or take a few dollars. So step back in time at the Galveston Railroad Museum. These special cars will be on display from 11 to 5 on Saturday afternoon.
Seized up so it doesn't work. And then we have a collection of lanterns here. Here's a picture of the Texas Chief, Santa Fe. Made last run from Galveston, passenger railroading is entering into the realm of nostalgia. And below it, 170 miles an hour experimental US turbo train. And the resurgence in effective and comfortable passenger rail service. That'll be for the 60s. The railroad, Promac, Mopac, Southern Pacific, and Burlington. And Santa Fe.
Crazy.
And it basically just gives little tidbits of information here, like the rails of Galveston and of the nation continue to vibrate daily. The almost living pulse moves a modern fuel-efficient technology that unceasingly continues to serve our needs. America's railroads are here to stay. Maybe a little video here. Looks like he's doing an old steamer. He's doing a run for people. The 92-220 Evening Star for British Railways. Here's some of the dimensions. Continuing over here. And the backstory on it. Sorry folks, I'm doing the best I can. Floor's uneven. You can pause that if you need to. Here's a real old cast iron train. It looks heavy just looking at it. You got some, looks like belt buckles. And some more. I don't know if you got the side of this one here, but there's one. There's an engine there, and then you get the 4449 one over here that was hiding in the back here. And Lionel Trains 763E Hudson locomotive. And you got a bunch of pamphlets down here as well. Here are some commemorative plates. that they have in their collection here. Some beautiful commemorative plates here. Looks like a couple of them have been gone. Very cool plates. And across the way here we have railroad locks and keys. I'll scan by them for you here, and then I'll show you the little placard they have. We also have builder's plates. I'll show you those in a moment. And we'll go to the builder's plates. Here's a little thing on the builder's plates. And then as for the railroad locks and keys. And now we're going to see what's next. Nice comparison of a car versus the 5004. AT and SF. Below is the Texas and Pacific 810. Behind me is the 2929. The AT and SF locomotive 2929. A 484 Northern class locomotive built for the Santa Fe Railroad in 1943. It was the last steam locomotive bought by Santa Fe and one of the heaviest locomotives ever built. It's one big train. Here's a little picture collage here of some older units. Jersey Central Camelback. Southern Pacific passenger locomotive. There's another of the New Jersey Central Camelbacks. Okay, this is an electrical cabinet, and you can see it has the light in there, and you can see the fuses, the voltage regulator on the side there. Reverse current relay. This was from the 1920s. And moving into the next car, we have railroad date nails. As you can see, they all have different numbers on them, indicating the date in which they were utilized. I won't show every single one of them, but it appears, looks like 73 is the newest, 1909 is the oldest. And Southern Pacific Line's code control system. And here are some of those insulators again. There's a little thing on the causeway. This was Tower 97 operation in 1957, interlocking towers. And there's Tower 96 Island. There's a Welcome to Galveston sign on Tower 97. A little chance to read that. So you had the island, the lift bridge, and Virginia Point for 96, 97, and 98. Some equipment. And there's civil equipment outside of Tower 98. You got some more pictures. You got a blueprint of the railroad in Galveston, the rail yard in Galveston Union Station. Which is part of where the museum is now. Just some more pictures of the depot. And the building is the pride of Galveston, as they call it, built in 1896. Galveston Union Station. I'll learn to talk one of these years.
It's an easy place to get sidetracked.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Or hide. Right, neat little tidbits of information and history here.
How many of these insulated you got, Doug?
They used to be
Everywhere, huh? I got boxes of them.
For some reason I was told the blue ones were worth money.
Why? I don't know.
Oh, look at those are what bikes were made, the way bikes were made.
George C. Member of the Gulf Galveston and Southern Railroad.
Sled trains. There's also sled trains is different.
A shipping order from 1916.
Back in the day,
There's a map of railroads. The blue pin is the Galveston Railroad Museum, where I'm at now.
Hook up, that's what they did? To do that telegraph? They have to stop and plug in.
And there's once again the Union Station in Galveston, Texas. I'm not sure what they're using that building for today. I believe it is still standing, if I'm not mistaken. And we got some more insulators here. A few more down there. And Santa Fe ended up having a Skyway. They got in the airline industry. Looks like after World War II. And then repurposed military planes. And then of course we have some more pictures. Was it 786? Southern Pacific Line. An unknown train there. There's a blueprint of a private car. There's an illustration of the Santa Fe 3906. And the Tarantula 2248.
I'm gonna be outside.
And there's some more lanterns. I got a couple of lanterns myself. One I have converted into a lamp. You got your road ticket stampers. There's a telegraph. Some old telegrams that were sent out. Toy truck from Railroad Express Agency. Train car. A directory. Image of people loading a rail car. Some buttons they wore. Amazing the stuff they're able to find. Some of the stuff was found in fields. Some of the stuff was found in old train yards rotting away. Some of it was saved from the scrappers. Shovel, first aid kit, buttons. Locomotive fireman book, hats, reverser needles, kerosene lantern, a number of different manuals, and of course, lanterns. This is a velocipede. Looks like you pull the handle back and forth to make it operate. Maybe you push start to get it moving, and then you turn around and you start using the handle to keep it moving. And we have a Norfolk and Western Railway Class 484, number 600. Behind me is the big boy, The X-4023 Union Pacific. These are controls and shared feature here. Once belonged to the Texas Limited Number 100, a train that provided weekend service from Houston and Galveston from 1989 to 1994. These parts were salvaged from the Texas Limited Number 100 after Hurricane Ike caused damage to its engines. Well, they couldn't save the entire train, but at least they were able to save components from it. Little display here for how they built the tracks. Tie tongs, spike drivers, pry bars, rail car mover, Racine Model A rail drill, hand-powered rail drill, and a host of other tools over there. Very nice. As we head outside, we have that beauty right there. It is accessible on what was the old roundhouse, and I'm going to get a close-up of it here.
Engine number 1 of the Waco Beaumont Trinity and Sabine Railway has been nicknamed the Mary and Elizabeth II in honor of Mrs. Mary Newby Northern. Engine number 1 operated on the short line WBT&S from the 1920s through the 50s. Because the East Texas Railroad saw both operating and financial difficulties, and because sometimes it took 24 hours to make a 100-mile run, it is known throughout the state as the wobbledy-bobbledy turnover in stock. The graphic design in the surface of the concrete of the plaza suggests the shape of a roundhouse turntable. Enjoy your visit to the Center for Transportation and Commerce, continuing with the orientation theaters just up the ramp. Welcome to the Center for Transportation and Commerce.
One big train. It's also, I understand, to be one of the slowest ones. As they took 24 hours to do 100 miles.
Railroads began to play a vital part in the development after the Civil War, when more than 32 million acres of Texas public land was...
And we're coming up here to this engine here. Is a Southern Pacific Line's train. She looks like she's going to be getting ready to be restored in the near future. I hope that's the case. Was that an H&TC, 52,900 pounds? That's big. It is real big. I can't read the placard very well, so it's faded out fairly badly. Yeah, that's one of the older ones. They had some fun with the lanterns here for the rails. They even tell you where the exits are, the restrooms, the rail collection, people's gallery. They even have a refreshment stand. And we got this big boy here, 315 Santa Fe. The Santa Fe F7A 315. Here's the placard on it. And I'm 6'2". This is eye level. There are the horns. And we'll take a walk down the side of this thing so you can see it. And while we're at it, we'll get to see the 314 over here to my left. In fact, we're even going to get to go ahead on board the 314 Southern Pacific. All aboard. She is in need of some restoration work. You can see she does have some cancer in her. Here I'm standing on the stairs to the 314. You can still get an idea how big the 315 Santa Fe is. You got the cart right here. And we also have the Santa Fe 316. Give a chance to read that. And some of the earlier passenger cars.
I see Ginger again.
Come on, I'm going to get one.
Mama, I saw Ginger.
And looks like you can actually step up on here, so we shall do so. Doors are locked there. Doors are locked, but this should give you a pretty decent shot inside the passenger car. Men's bathroom on the left, women's bathroom on the right, closest to us. There's another car there. I'm not sure what that one is. But we'll walk on through here a little bit more. It looks like we might have some older cars here we can check out. And it looks like we can actually get in this car. Get the sweat out of my eyes. Here's the galley. You see the plates. There's the sink. This is the dining car. There's the lamps. Yes, for Santa Fe. There's a lost art right here. Etched glass. Well, you can see that or not. Here you go. Very, very cool. Looks like this may be where they have the heated meals here. You'd store them in here.
It won't work like the train, but it's what the train will look like.
Coming back out. Just continuing on here to see some of the different trains that are out. Hi. We got the triple nickel right here. Let's see which one this is. There we go, the CT and C. This thing is ginormous. Here's the size of the wheel here. That comes up to my chest. And they have a ladder to let you go up and look. And that's what we're going to do. Here's a look out the window from the left side. And to over here is the Union Pacific DS 410. This is quite historical right here. Hold that for you, let you guys get a chance to read that. Positive if need be. We got tank cars. You see there's access to the caboose back here. I'll show you the other train in a moment. City Southern Gondola. And here's the caboose. The door's open, there's nothing chained off. That tells me you can go in there. A little rusty, but definitely was it's so nice to see these old cars salvaged. Check out that old stove, huh? Pipe going up top. I'm hoping they're able to restore these. I mean, at least they have them for keepsakes. If they could restore them, that would really be the hot setup. And over here, a couple more cabooses. Another train, in fact. This one is not open, doesn't look like. There's switcher pole. And this one's not open, but this one is. The Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe caboose number 1642 is open. So let's see what this one looks like in comparison. I would not want to sleep on that. That looks as uncomfortable as anything. Here's one that has a full pad on it. Not exactly sure what that is. Looks like they did paperwork here. There may be a lantern that was there. Oh, chairs sit in. Not bolted down, so I'm not going to sit in it. This one's actually pretty similar to the last one I checked out. And the back door is boarded off. Oh, it's broke. Okay. See if you can open it up. No, I won't play with it. There you go. Little cubby hole there for people's belongings. And not sure what was over here. Here are the bars that you use as a ladder to get up to this upper level here. Another storage spot. Door is broken on this one. Another storage spot. All right. And we're heading back over to the main walkway area. And looks like we can actually climb up on this one. This is inside one of the later model ones. This is the green one I climbed into. Give you an idea of some of the controls. And you can walk out right alongside there. We'll hop off this one real quick and we will Get an identity on this baby.
Yes. Huh?
Here's the whole rundown on this one. Number 2127, BNSF. Very cool. It was real nice to be able to climb on that one. And the little guy is not too happy because I guess he was told he couldn't go all the way up there, or he got scared going up there or something. But as soon as I saw that engine had the opportunity to climb up inside of it, I had to go after it. So more of the passenger cars and rail and diner cars. Dining car right here, in fact. The 3305, Southern Diner 3305. This is a really, really cool museum. This is the outside. I'm sure you have to pay to get into the inside parts. I'm not sure what that costs. I'm looking into that right now, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, I'm inside the gift shop, and we got a number of different things here. We got some train sets here, battery powered, looks like. You got the railroad stop sign. And multiple different souvenirs here in the gift shop. And this is a former train station, so it's very appropriate to a little bit of everything for you here as far as gifts. Different books for adults and for kids. You can see the ticket booths. Have you ever seen a telephone like this? Is that cool or what? Field style phone booths. That's the Harborside Museum entrance from Harborside Drive. The old benchways. And you got train rugs, railroad maps. They got displays of some model train models, looks like, or some kind of maybe a toy setup. And you're watching Polar Express. Hold on a second. Okay, so that was the Railroad Museum here in Galveston. $12 to get in. Predominantly an outdoor exhibit. There are you're able to get on the train cars like you could up at Steamtown in Pennsylvania. There was some stuff that was closed off. I was a little disappointed about that, but all in all, the money gets put right back into the museum for taking care of everything, so that's a good thing. And I enjoyed myself. I guess it'd be a matter of taste. It's what you determine is worth it or not. But I hope you enjoyed this journey with me to the museum for the railroad. I still got some more museums to check out. I got some other locations to check out as well. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Help keep you on track with everything I got going on, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.